Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of this series. Today we're going to be tackling the brake calipers on the Mazda. Very basic tools you need. You really don't need much. You need a 7mm Allen wrench of some sort. This actually takes the moving part of the caliper off. You'll need a 17mm box end, open end combination wrench. And this will actually take the bracket for the caliper off. And then I have my little handy dandy impact wrench with 17mm socket on it, and this is just kind of to help me get things off. I'm going to break them loose with this, and then this will just help me speed them off a little bit quicker. I'll probably grab like a rubber mallet or something to tap these things loose. Alright, so right here is where you will use, there's actually a little plastic cap you got to pop out. And you'll use the Allen wrench, go in here. There you go. And pop it loose. They actually put new brakes on this car. I know it's hard to tell because they're all rusted out, but you know, OEM brakes, they rust. But it's still fairly loose, so I just pop out with my hand, no big deal. This is how you take one here. This is how you're going to take this off, so get that. There's another one down back here. And then you've got your 17mm, which goes right there. And we'll pop that. It's probably a little bit tighter because that actually holds the whole mechanism in place. Let's see if it happens. Yeah, I don't want to break my hand, so I'm going to go grab a mallet for that. But that's what we're talking about. Two of those, one there's one on the bottom. So what I'll do is I'm actually going to take the brackets completely off and paint those separately from everything else. The caliper I'm going to leave attached, but I'm going to kind of tape it off, and I've got some mechanics wire I'm going to hang it up with. And just paint it in here, try to hang it up in this general area, put some trash bags behind it so it doesn't get all over the place, or paper or whatever. And we'll see how that works. It should work okay anyways, well enough for, you know, the grocery getter. And I got a little brush and some brake clean and some like just basic crud cutter degreaser that I think I've used in other videos to clean off the engine bay too. We'll see how that goes. They're not too terribly dirty, just your basic brake dust, asbestos, you know, that kind of thing. I can smell it. And I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to show you the front one, kind of just how to do it, and then I'll go around the rest of the car because they're pretty much all the same. The rear you got to worry about the emergency brakes. If I freak out, it's because there's stink bugs everywhere. But the rears you got to worry about the emergency brake, but since I'm not actually changing the brake pads or anything, it should be okay. I'm just going to release the e-brake inside the car, and I should be able to put the pads back in there. So pads are coming out, brackets are coming off, calipers are coming off, tape it up, blah blah blah. I'll show you a little bit of that. I don't need to go through the whole thing because that would just take way too long, and you probably don't want to see that. You just want to see the finished product on you. You do. Please don't fast forward to the end of this video. Watch the whole thing. So keep on watching. I'm going to go through this and we'll see how it looks in a little bit. Okay? By the way, thanks for stopping by if you saw the last video, and subscribing. Alright. These are these bolts that you need the Allen wrench for are still fairly loose. So loosen that one, pop this other little cap off here. Just feel around in the back, no big deal. Tap it a little bit. There we go. Nice and free, nothing rusted. This car's only got like 56,000 miles on it, so everything should be fairly easy to get off. Doesn't look so terrible though. I hate that. I might have to get some of those coated ones, zinc coating or whatever they're made out of. I don't know. Like the S2000 has. Those things are freaking great. Now that's a screwdriver. Alright, front clip, don't lose that. You're going to need that. Let's see if I can get this. You know, I always like learning how to do new things. And even if it's something that I know how to do, I like learning them on new cars. So that's pretty loose. Okay, that whole thing's going to come off. So what I'm going to do now is go get some of my mechanics wire so I can hang this up, because you don't want all the tension. The calipers are heavy, you know. I mean, so you don't want all that tension pulling on the brake line here, because this is just you know, typical rubber brake line, pressure line. And let me go grab the mechanics wire. All right. Every DIY car guy needs a roll of this stuff. I actually had to go run to, yeah, Slinky here. I had to go run to Lowe's to pick this up. I don't know what I did with the other batch that I had. But I'm going to get, I don't know, like a 2-foot section here, as you can see. And I will make a little loop on one end here anyways. Okay, so, just to get it out of our way for now, let's pull this thing back. The other brake pad wants to come off, so tap it. It looks like it's going to come out no matter what I want to do. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is one of those attached kind. Oh, I hate these. Okay, so apparently the inside brake pad has this big nasty contraption on it that holds it inside the piston wall there and whatever. Okay, but anyways, you're going to take this wire just to get this off of the ground. Well, it's going to have to work. Okay, yeah, that's fairly secure. Alright, so here's the front brake pad. It doesn't look like they put anything on here to keep it from squalling. And it's actually one of the things I wanted to check. You can see how dry that is. There really should be some sort of a brake lubricant on there, and it doesn't look like they did it. You know, they're just trying to cut corners or whatever. But I'll throw a little bit more back on there when I put these on. Anyways, that's the outer pad. So now we have the bracket to come off. And with this out of the way, the caliper out of the way, it's a lot easier to actually get the brake bracket off. So let's see if we can get this thing out of here. So I got the 17 mil box and wrench. Yeah, there you go. They usually take a little bit more to get off. And let's see. Alright, that's broken free. Now this is going to be cheap. Oh, it makes it so much easier. And at least I can actually get to them on this car. A lot of cars you can't get to these things with any kind of power. Yeah. Okay. So here's the caliper bracket. I'm going to paint these separately. Obviously, it'll be a lot easier to clean up if they're on a table somewhere. But that's how you get it off of there. I can take these pins out. See these little pins here? That's what the Allen wrench went into. So that's a pin there. Pin there. Just takes it out so they don't get paint on them, get gummed up. That's how you get the brakes off of the car. And I'm going to get the rest of them done. And hopefully I'll be able to do that before it gets dark. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got the calipers off of each wheel, front and back. Oh, side note, on the rear, the caliper bracket bolts are 14 inch, not 17 inch. Other than that, it's all pretty much good. I've not cleaned the calipers themselves, although I have degreased the caliper brackets. They still look, you know, dark and dirty and oxidized, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to try to take a media blaster to them and just see what it does. They are clean though. I mean, there's no like residue on it. I think that's just where, you know, it's just discolored. They still look pretty clean. So I'll probably let them soak a little bit longer in some degreaser and then wash them off again. But I took the brush on all little nooks and crannies and they look pretty good. So I think I'm okay with that. But like I said, I'm going to let them soak a little bit longer. And if you do want to check it out, this is what the wheels look standing up now. And of course I am absolutely filthy. It's kind of funny because I was cleaning those caliper brackets right there, and the degreaser, the crud cutter, got my hand completely clean, although my fingers burn really bad. It's probably not a good thing. here's the color we're going with. Looks a little bit lighter on there than it does in person. Get it out of the light. What do you think? Look good? Kind of hard to see that color. Imagine that behind black wheels. What if I can make this work? What does this look like here? You see that at all? So imagine that's the caliper. I think that'll look all right. I think it'll look really good, actually. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it's just a project. Make a little video of it, show you guys what I'm doing. And I guess I'll just keep on going. I gotta try to get these calipers cleaned. They are kind of a pain because they're still in the car, but you know, I think I'll reserve the brake clean for this. Make it a little bit easier on myself anyways. So let me get that done. I'm gonna try to get these done real quick, then I gotta go cook dinner. Chinese tonight. Whew, all right. Let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me kind of clue you in as to what I am doing. So I had an epiphany that if I just took the brake pads out and put the bracket and the caliper back on here and taped all around everything, that I could just spray where I wanted to. And if you look at this, looks like it should work out pretty well. I got like that on all four corners. You see there. Oh yeah, brake clean makes a mess on asphalt, just so you guys know. Rear one there. And this here. I do have the craft paper there just to kind of keep all the major junk out. I'm hoping this works. I'm going to go ahead and try to get some spraying going. I have brushed all that and sprayed it with brake clean probably 3 or 4 times to make sure it's as clean as it's going to get. Because even if it's not perfectly clean, the engine enamel is supposed to really adhere well, even to not a perfect surface. So let's try and see if this works. I'll show you the after effects of it from tonight, and I think what I'm going to end up having to do is just let it dry overnight, and then I'll put the wheels on, and then we'll pick this back up in the morning for the end of the video to show you what it looks like with everything on, the black wheels and everything. So I think it'll look good. So yeah, let's start rattling some cans, shall we? Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi, buddy.
Come on, do you want to show them the brake calipers? Come on, show them what Daddy just did. Show them what Daddy just did. What did Daddy do? What color is that?
Hello.
No, what color is that?
Blue.
Right, it's like your shirt, right? Yeah, it's blue. Only a little lighter. Turn around, look. Come here. Come here. Come here. There you go. What do you guys think? It's actually a little bit lighter than the paint, than the painter's tape. If you can see that pretty well. Yeah, good. I had to turn the ISO up on this thing. I love it. I think it's really going to pop behind those black wheels. I cannot wait to get this thing all together and show you guys in the morning what it's going to look like. I'll probably try to do about 3 coats on the calipers, and 1 can should do it. It did not take much at all to get this looking like that. So, alright, so you guys stick around to the end of the video and you can check out this awesome looking Dad Wagon that I got going on here with the Mazda. In case you're wondering, it's a 2012 Mazda 3 Skyactiv hatchback. Automatic, you know, basic stuff. It's got Bluetooth. It's like magic to me. And this is Amelia. Say hi. Hi. Yeah, there you go. That's our next YouTube star right there. So the next thing you guys are about to see is this car finished in the morning. You guys ready for this? Check it out. So what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments below what you think of the new look on the Dad Wagon. Like I said, I love it. I think it looks great. Now I just need some loud exhaust, even though it's not fast. Although it looks kind of fast. It is a sporty little hatch, and I do enjoy driving it. To be honest, the thing handles pretty much just as well as the S2000. It's a little weird. And the brakes are humongous on this thing. And compared, you know, considering the size and the engine size, they're big. In the S2000, now if you look at this wheel is a 16-inch, and on the S2000 the caliper is pretty obvious. It's kind of way up front, and well, not up front, but it's closer to the wheel than you would expect. And it doesn't look any bigger. Here's the rears. I know for a fact the rears in the S2000 are smaller than the rears on the Mazda, which really makes no sense to me, but check it out. See how much bigger these things are on the Mazda? It's nuts. There we go. They're so much bigger on this car, and I don't really understand why. They don't necessarily work any better. They actually don't work near as well as the S2000 brakes, but I think that's maybe because they have, you know, the stock rotors and stock pads and all that. But I don't know. I like it. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe, comment below, and stay tuned for upcoming videos. It's too dark. I'm going to try to get some content, but since I don't drive the S as much anymore, less stuff goes wrong with it. I think I'm going to have to clean the garage up a little bit. It's a mess. But I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for watching my videos, and see you next time.